Alright guys, the rower is a great form of cardio, so I'm going to show you a quick setup, how to get started, how to get into a bit of a warm-up, or just going at a set distance at sort of a set pace. Okay, so first things first, just a quick tip. You've got the toggle on the side here, so this is the flywheel. So 10, you generally don't want to add a 10. More is not always better. It's all relative to how tall you are, the age of the machine, your environment that you're in. 0 is easy, so light resistance. So a quick way to look at it, quick way to do it very easily without getting too involved, too much detail with this, is just to keep it at level 5 for women, and boys, men, keep it at about level 7. So there'll be a little bit more resistance there for the men. Okay, so we want to hit the quick start button, select just row, just set a screen up so that you can see your meters ticking over and your stroke rate preferably. How many strokes you do per minute is what we'll keep an eye on as well. Okay, so you've got an adjustment here that you'll probably need to make as well for your feet. So I'm about a size 11 shoe, so I've chosen a 3. So you'll have to adjust it as per what suits. But basically you want to get that bottom strap across your sort of bottom shoelace on your shoes. It's sort of a good rough marker of where you want it to be. So strap yourself in nice and tight, grabbing the bar and pulling back, finishing tall. So nice tall posture at the end of each stroke. So the bar is parallel to the floor the whole time. You know, it's not coming up towards my neck at the end or sort of down here anywhere, sort of between my belly button and my sternum, my chest bone there. When I get to the back of each stroke, I'm not trying to lock my knees out completely, just trying to keep a slight bit of tension. So I'm trying to almost sort of sit my hips back a little bit, squat my hips back a bit, push my bum back, chest out nice and tall. A little bit of a lean back is okay, but nothing too excessive. Next tip is when you pull it, you're trying to keep your arms straight until you get that last third, right? So you want to be using, if your arms are straight, you're going to be using your legs to push away, and then your arms kick in at the end. So your legs are bigger muscle groups, so you want to use them first. This will make your rowing more efficient, more effective. Straight arms, bending only at the end. Knees slightly bent at the end of each stroke. When I get to the back of each stroke, trying to push my chest out, trying to retract my shoulder blades a little, and just pausing as well, just for a second when I get to the back of each stroke. Because a lot of people jump on the rower and they'll row too fast. They'll do too many strokes per minute and their stroke rate will be up 30, 35, 40. So we want to keep your stroke rate around about 20 to 25 if you're sort of beginning or sort of even intermediate. Yeah, that way you can get into a rhythm with your breathing. You can breathe out at the end of each stroke. Yeah, and then you can get a bit of a flow going. One more tip as well, when you reach forward, coming up onto your toes, lifting your heels off slightly, and then you're trying to keep a reasonably straight back when you come forward. You'll have to flex forward a little bit at the hips to reach forward, but so long as you're not rolling forward like that, and there's a lot of distance here between the sled or the slide seat and your heels. So you want to get close with the seat to your heels, and then your chest is out. So when you're at the back of each stroke, you'll find it the easiest to push your chest out, to roll your shoulder blades back. And we want to try and maintain that as we go forward. So we're not letting ourselves slouch forward like that. Keep the chest out, keep tall, head up. And in that way, you've got a better path for that air to get down into your lungs. You keep your core activated better. You keep your back muscles and your arm muscles engaged more, and you're a lot more efficient. So may take a bit of training if you've been rowing before in the past and done it a slightly different way, but that's an efficient, effective way to row for a longer period of time. Most people will be able to row for 5 minutes, 4 minutes, get completely exhausted because their stroke rate's too high, because they find it hard to keep a rhythm. But if you can find that rhythm around about the 20 to 25 strokes per minute, focus on that pause at the back, get into that nice flow where you get your breathing under control, then you'll be able to go for a lot longer, and that's when the benefits will really kick in with the rower.